and welcome back to our next segment reading of the Asatru Edda. I am Asger Skegg, and in today's chapter entitled Hnossir, we learn about many of the gifts that were given to the Aesir by the race of the Dvergar and the Alfar. And some of these weapons are very well known and very, very powerful. It was during the Gulalder that the Dvergar and Alfar forged splendid treasures for the Godin that adorn Asgarder and were given for their benefit and defense. All that the Godin needed or desired of golden ornaments, weapons, or utensils were forged for them at the smithy of Mimir's sons or that of Ivaldi's sons. Thor was given his wonderful items by the great smiths. He had 2 male goats called Tnegioster and Tengerister. He also owns the chariot that they draw, and for this reason he is called Okuthor. He too has 3 choice possessions. One is the hammer Mjolnir. Hrimthusar and Belgrisar recognized it when it is raised in the air, which is not surprising as it has cracked many a skull among their fathers and kinsmen. His first hammer was stone. Later he would receive an iron hammer from Mimir's sons. His second great treasure is his belt, which is Meningardar. When he buckles it on, his strength doubles. His third possession, the gloves of iron, are also a great treasure. He cannot be without these when he grips the hammer's shaft. Baldur's ship was called Hringhorni, and it is the greatest of all ships. For Njordr, they forged the best of battle axes, which can break any lock. There are 4 Dvergar at Brisingerate, the sons of Mimir, called Sindri Dvalin, Brokor Alfrikr, Beringer Bari, and Grer. It chanced one day that Freya went to Mimir's smithy and found it open, and the Dvergar were forging a gold necklace, Brisingamen, which was almost finished. Freyja was charmed by the necklace, and the Dvergar with Freya. She asked them to sell it, offering gold and silver and other costly treasures in exchange for it. The Dvergar replied that they were in no need of money, but each said that they would give up his share of the necklace for her love and favor, which she agreed to. And at the end of 4 nights, they handed it to Freyja. She went home to Sesrumnir and kept silent about it as if nothing had happened. For several of the Disir, the smiths made falcon and swan guises. Freyja owns a falcon guise made by these artists. Among the extraordinary treasures was also the Tafel game made of gold, which the Godin played with during the Age of Peace. The Tafel game plays by itself when someone challenges it, but the most important of the primeval artists gave to the Godin were the rejuvenating apples, the Elif Asa. These are the fruits of Yggdrasil, specifically prepared for this purpose, for their youthful essence has various uses. Volunder was the smith who created the feather guises and prepared the apples. Ivaldi's sons were beautiful, gold-forging youths that shake down Yggdrasil's mature fruit. The apples were presented to Idun, Ivaldi's daughter, who had been adopted among the Asengir. When they are in her custody, they possess their power, but when in the hands of others, they do not. The Godin are greatly dependent on Idun's care and good faith. In her private wooden box, she keeps the apples, which the Godin bite into when they begin to grow old. They all become young again, and so it will be right up until Ragnarok. The Smiths also introduced the art of mead brewing. At this time, there were four types of mead: those of the three fountains of Jormungand, and that which was brewed for the Godin. The Godin's mead comes from the leaves of Yggdrasil and is therefore not as powerful as the purest meads of the subterranean wells. Two more types of mead would later be created, that at the Berger fountain and the mead of men. Thank you very much for sitting in on today's segment. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please support the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and make sure that you subscribe to catch all of our new content. Thank you again for listening in, and we'll see you on the next segment.